Whitlam Institute advocates an engaged, curious, collaborative, compassionate, responsible and contributory Australian foreign policy. An Australian public policy dialogue that sees value in engaging with and participating in global discourse and action for reasons beyond any immediate, tangible, direct dividend, but because we form part of the family of nations. I'm thrilled and honoured to have Dr Bachelet with us here tonight to deliver the Whitlam Oration on Australia's role in human rights in a changing world.
The Whitlam government ratified 15 international human rights treaties in the space of 3 years, most notably the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination, which became the basis for the landmark Racial Discrimination Act of 1975. Australia signed the two great human rights instruments, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights within 6 days of its election. Later, Australia ratified other treaties and protocols on women's rights, refugees and statelessness. It joined 9 international labor organization conventions on freedom of association and employment, the minimum wage, and workplace discrimination, and these have shaped Australia's labor market to this day. Ratifying treaties leaves a lasting legacy. They're not something imposed from outside, but are freely accepted by sovereign countries. They provide strong leverage for reform and secure the gains that are made for the long term. They also give focus, legitimacy, and strength to the vital work of civil society groups. And they provide a navigational compass, a guide for managing the storms and sudden shifts of global change. By committing Australia to the framework of international human rights law, Whitlam was effectively building a human rights charter for Australia, something which is currently lacking in its constitution. The treaties Australia has ratified have become the basis for a patchwork of human rights laws prohibiting discrimination in different domains. But this has left gaps and a framing of rights as negative prohibitions rather than in positive terms. I am convinced that Australians would benefit greatly from a comprehensive Human Rights Act that would provide an overarching framework for the development of laws and policies and a source of remedy when government is in a breach of human rights.